All right, this is the last question of the night, and I know it's been a lot of videos I've been making, but they're going to pose a question, and at least two guys up on that stage are going to lie to our faces. Now, again, I don't know which two it is, but I honestly believe two guys are up there lying. I believe Donald Trump is one of them, but I'm not sure who the other one is.
This is the last question of the night. It has been a long time since our first debate 7 months ago in Cleveland. A lot has transpired since then, obviously, including an RNC pledge that all of you signed, agreeing to support the party's nominee and not to launch an independent run. Tonight, in 30 seconds, can you definitively say you will support the Republican nominee, even if that nominee is Donald J. Trump? Senator Rubio, yes or no?
I'll support the Republican nominee.
Mr. Trump, yes or no?
I'll support Donald if he's a Republican nominee, and let me tell you why. Because the Democrats have two people left in the race. One of them is a socialist. America doesn't want to be a socialist country. If you want to be a socialist country, then move to a socialist country. The other one is under...
I guess that tells us how he feels about Medicare and Social Security, because those are two socialist programs.
FBI investigation. And not only is she under FBI investigation, she lied to the families of the victims of Benghazi. And anyone who lies to the families of victims who have lost their lives in the service of our country can never be the commander-in-chief of the United States.
Yeah, and there goes the Benghazi hot button. Everybody, Republicans love saying Benghazi, Benghazi, Benghazi.
We must defeat Hillary Clinton.
Senator Cruz, yes or no, you will support Donald Trump if he's the nominee?
Now, you know Cruz is going to go into a soliloquy. He can't help himself.
Yes, because I gave my word that I would. And then what I have endeavored to do every day in the Senate is do what I said I would do. You know, just on Tuesday, we saw an overwhelming victory in the state of Texas, where I won Texas by 17%. And I will say it was a powerful affirmation that the people who know me best, the people who I campaign to, make promises that if you elect me, I'll lead the fight against Obamacare, I'll lead the fight against amnesty, I'll lead the fight against our debt, and I will fight for the Bill of Rights and your rights every day. That the people of Texas said, you have kept your word, and that's what I'll do as president.
Governor Kasich, yes or no, would you support Donald Trump as the Republican nominee?
Yeah, I kind of think that before it's all said and done, I'll be the nominee. But let me also say, remember,
but your answer is yes.
I'm the little engine that can, and yeah, look, when you're in the arena, and we're in the arena, and the people out here watch, we're in the arena, we're traveling, we're working, we spend time away from our family. When you're in the arena, you enter a special circle, and you want to respect the people that you're in the arena with. So if he ends up as the nominee, sometimes he makes it a little bit hard, but, you know, I will support whoever is the Republican nominee for president.
Mr. Trump, I'm going to ask you a version of the same question. As we saw today with Mitt Romney, the Never Trump movement is gaining steam. Some people are talking about contributing millions of dollars to try to stop you. Again today, you raised the possibility that you might run as an independent if you feel you're treated unfairly by the Republican Party. So I'm going to phrase the question that the other three people on the stage just got. Can you definitively say tonight that you will definitely support the Republican nominee for president, even if it's not you?
Even if it's not me? Let me just start off by saying
30 seconds.
That I'm very, very proud of. Millions and millions of people have come to the Republican Party over the last little while. They've come to the Republican Party, and by the way, the Democrats are losing people. This is a trend that's taken place. It's the biggest thing happening in politics, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. And I'm going to give them some credit too, even though they don't deserve it. But the answer is yes, I will.
Yes, you will support the nominee of the party.
Yes, I will.
He's lying. He's lying. If he doesn't get the 1239 that he needs to outright claim the nomination, and they end up giving that nomination to somebody else, and in a backroom deal, he's going to take his ball and go home, i.e., he's going to run as an independent. And to be honest with you, he's probably going to, the Democrats will win, but he's probably going to come in second versus anybody else that's up on that stage.
Candidates, it's now.
And And yeah, I'm just going to let this roll through and let them give their closing remarks.
Time for your closing statements. Governor Kasich, we'll start with you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I love being here in Michigan, and I want to say to all of you here that I have a record of being able to solve some of the biggest problems. It's not just talk and it's not theory. I did it in Washington by helping people get into a healthier economic situation. I've done it in Ohio, and as we've made progress in Ohio, we've left no one behind. We've not left behind the mentally ill, the drug addicted, the working poor, the developmentally disabled, and we have raised our minority community. And as President of the United States, I will go back to Washington. I will take the formulas that I used, and I will fix the problems in Washington, and you'll work with me as I send you power to fix your communities, your neighborhoods, your state, and together we'll restore the spirit of America, and I know you want that. Thank you.
He must not understand that the city of Cleveland is in the state of Ohio, because Cleveland has tons of problems that are well documented. Anyway, let's move on to Rubio.
Senator Rubio, 30-second closing statement.
I know this has been an unusual election cycle as it continues, and there's a lot of problems in America, and people are truly hurting. But this election is not just about confronting our problems, it's also about embracing our opportunities. I believe the 21st century holds the potential to be the greatest era in the history of the United States if we get this election right and if we act now. If we do what needs to be done, we can leave our children as the freest and most prosperous Americans that have ever lived, and the 21st century can be the greatest era in the amazing story of America. So I ask everyone to vote for me and join our effort at marcorubio.com.
Now that wasn't bad. It really didn't say much, but it wasn't bad.
Senator Cruz, your closing statement.
I want to talk to every soldier and sailor and airman and Marine. I want to talk to every mom and dad and sister and brother and son and daughter of someone fighting for this country. For 7 years, you've had a commander-in-chief that doesn't believe in you, that sends you into combat with rules of engagement that tie your arms behind your back. That is wrong, it is immoral, and in January 2017, it will end. I want to also talk to all the police officers and firefighters and first responders who have been left behind with this president. Starting in January 2017, I will have your back.
He's full of shit. He's full of shit. And notice at the end where he threw in the police, firefighters, etc. He didn't mean to throw anybody else in there except for the police, and just wanted to make a statement that he's pro-police and the hell with the regular citizens. So Ted Cruz is an asshole.
Mr. Trump, your closing statement.
Thank you. I am going to bring jobs back to the United States like nobody else can. We're going to fix our very depleted military. We're going to take care of our vets. We're going to strengthen our borders. And you're going to be very, very proud of this country in just a few years if I'm elected president. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And Donald Trump fell back to his standard stock points of making America great again. Obviously, he's talking about bringing jobs back. He can't do anything without Congress. So he's full of shit. He's talking about the borders. He still can't do anything without Congress. He's full of shit. So, I mean, the only guy up there that I would even consider looking at would be Kasich, because the rest of these yahoos, they don't flip and have a clue. And then Trump, he's got enough going against him, But every last one of them, lies. Trump, well, actually, Cruz is probably the single biggest liar, followed by Trump. And Lil Marco, he needs more seasoning. So again, as I stated, Kasich, basically, he's got a record that you can actually look at, even though he does soft sell a couple of things, and in particular, Cleveland, which is a big problem. And Cleveland obviously has occurred under his watch.